just like in every aspect of your life. When you're training your dog, you're training and you're teaching him all these little small things to basically add them together and shape big behaviors. I was lucky enough to hold on to one of the dogs that I'm training for the weekend, so I got a lot of one-on-one time with her. And so she's a gun dog. We're working on her retrieval skills so she can be a proficient gun dog. And so the small details, one, you got to wait until being released. I'm also going to send you off into a specific direction so that you're getting a specific thing, duck or right here, a bumper, and you got to bring it back to me. And so all of that, when you're bringing it back and you're coming into the same position and you're handing it off to me, is the full go big behavior. Now, that didn't start out that way. So here is our first session that we're going off into this specific field and we're working in this specific instance. She has a habit of just playing around. So these are some of the challenges that we need to shape and fix. Her coming into the same position once she does have it and she has it and she's happy, she's goofy and she's just not holding it. These are, again, all small details we need to fix. We're using this place. We're using this to identify where I want you to go, but she still needs to hold this and she needs to hand it off to me. Again, small details to get to the big goal. So how do we do that? A ton of repetition. And we're just fine-tuning and shaping all these small things. Don't play around with the bumper. Come to the same spot and hand it off to me. And then we'll slowly challenge her, different directions, maybe different things, maybe making it harder of a terrain. But we give her a break. We also want her to decompress and just be a dog and know the difference between work and not working. That's very important. You can't just overtrain your dog. That's not going to be actually beneficial. In the walk here, however, we do have an opportunity to also train on these small little details. One, as we're walking, she's got to hold this bumper. She has to do and work on different things while holding this bumper. So she wants to explore. That's fine. I'll let her explore. I'm even letting her have all this leash and just be able to do a bunch of stuff, but she has to hold on to this toy. So I'm just telling her, hey, come back, pick it up. And eventually this understanding builds where she needs to hold it unless I take it from her. And that's what we need her to do in the field. So we also give her a break. We're just having fun. We're just being dogs. We're just playing with each other and we're just socializing hunky-dory. You don't want to overtrain your dog. But we get this opportunity where we find a perfect field to really put it to the test. Here we don't have a place. Here I'm going to put all the little small things together. So now you just have to hold that sit while I'm, again, throwing the bumper. You're waiting for my release. Now, though, this is in the brush. Now you really got to do some work. You got to find this, and it's a little bit harder. But you got to bring it back again. You got to come to my side. Perfect little entry position. Perfect handoff. That's what we want to see. Putting all these small things. That's why we work on all these small things to get to this now big thing. And I used a place to shape it. Her spinning like this would only happen, her staying in that position and spinning to me, if I used a place to make it easy for her in the beginning and to shape this understanding. Here again, spinning, lining her up to now get this specific bumper, not the other one that I threw out into the field far away. And this handoff might be a little bit funny, but her understanding of at least coming back to me, and in this situation, I'm going to expect some hiccups, still good. Now, as I'm sending her out, again, we're going to struggle here a little bit where she loses the sense, she loses where she thinks it is. That's okay, because now I actually have an opportunity to use the remote collar, call her back, reposition her, and then send her back out to try again. And that's really good, because what she needs to do is really trust me that it's out there, find it, and then bring it back. So again, we start out small in short distances so she can trust that it's out there. And even though she messed up and she couldn't find it, all I needed to do was reposition her, call her back, send her out again, and then just try again. She found it. Beautiful. We're also practicing something new, a little different variation, where she is going to be now in front of me, not on the side. And she's going to have to look at my body into which direction I'm going to send her. So is it going to be to the left? Is it going to be to the right? Is it going to be behind you? This is now adding a little variation into it where she has to view me. She has to really look at me for that direction specifically. And then what we'll do is we'll just get further away, because when she's in the field, she's got to pay attention to My body, if I want to send her to the right, to the left, or back, if I want her to go farther back. So that's something that's new that we're working on. But we also just take a nice little time with the fiance to go out, grab some lunch, go to the park, and just be dogs, and just hang. This is the stuff that you want to be doing with your dogs, all the small things to get to the big things. So get the reps in.